Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. 2 weeks ago I made a video talking about the zine, the XPan zine I've made, and yeah, it's finally here and some of you already received the zine, and in this video I want to talk about the zine, how I did it, why I made it, and yeah, first of all, let me show you the zine. Okay, that's the zine. And the reason I came up with this zine is because I thought maybe it's time to publish something, and I was thinking about a book, about a project I did in Korea and Japan last year, but I mean a book is kind of a big thing, so I thought maybe first I should start doing a zine to get some experience with doing that. First of all, there was the idea to make the zine, to make the XPan zine, so I thought, okay, what can I do? So first of all, I gathered some images, roughly 50-60 images that I thought maybe they can make it into the zine. Then I started with a long process. Really it took ages. Like first to make a sequence, which took a while because I just don't want to just put them in there just randomly, so it should make sense to some degree. So the first half of the zine is all black and white, as you can see, hopefully. And the second part of the zine is all shot in color. So, and the reason is because I didn't want to mix up like black and white and color. That's why I did that. And still I had to find a sequence that makes sense. So on some spreads, for instance, like here, as you might be able to see, it almost looks like it's one photo. And that was the idea, to put them in this order. So it looks like almost one photo. That's quite funny. And this happens quite a bit in the zine. And yeah, I think the sequencing works, even though it's not a specific project and the photos have been taken like everywhere. So when I had the sequence, I was thinking about what kind of design and what size the zine should have, and I came up with this size. It's 21 by 14.5 centimeters, and I thought in a landscape orientation I think it's a good idea, and makes sense for an XPan zine because it's so wide. And here it's possible, for instance, let me see where, to spread a photo, like one photo across the whole zine. That's why I went with this form factor, and yes, and the size, I mean, the size comes down to it's easier to ship this kind of size and it's much more affordable to ship it, so that's why I went with this one. After deciding on the format and the size, I had to find a printing company, and I did some research before because I've never done this before. Basically, there are two options you have. Like option number one is digital printing. Digital printing you can make in small numbers, then it's more affordable, or you can go with offset printing. But offset printing means you have to do like higher numbers, like a couple hundreds. Otherwise, it will get far too expensive. But the upside is, if you go with offset printing, the quality is much nicer. So that's when I decided, hey, no, I don't want to go with digital printing and have like poor quality maybe, so I will go with offset printing, and that's what I did. So then I sent out some test prints and I decided on a company to print with, and that's when I started to make the design, like the cover. So I went with this, like you can basically see like the XPan here on the front, on the back, and here you can see maybe here, this reflective area, like the title. So my friend who's a designer, came up with the idea. I said, hey, let's try this, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So the zine arrived last week and I already sent out all the pre-orders, and I got some messages from you back telling me that you really like the zine, that you think it's really beautiful, and thank you very much. This means a lot to me because when I look at the zine, of course I like it and I think it looks pretty cool, but it means a lot more to me if you tell me, hey, you like the design, you like how it's laid out and like the quality of the zine. That means the world to me. Thank you very much. And all of you that haven't bought this, you can order it right now. Even though I'm going on a trip now for a couple of months, you can still order it and it will be shipped worldwide. So there's a company taking care of all the fulfillment. So if the order gets in, I will give them the your address and everything, so they will send it out to you. And like I said, it's available worldwide. Okay guys, that's the video about the zine. If you have further questions or suggestions, leave them in the comment box down below, and we will see each other in the next video very soon, where we'll talk about my upcoming trip, which is really exciting. And until then, auf Wiedersehen.